Ghost eggs is a good way to explain to small children the difference between a liquid and a solid. You can also show how sometimes a solid, depending on its structure, can become an intermediate. Just like the growing sphere, when it's put into water, it becomes less hard and is more of a gel like structure. So it would be an in between state between a liquid and a solid. So these hydrophilic polymers absorb water, which is similar to a sponge absorbing water. So you can explain it in that context for young children to understand how the water is being absorbed and the spheres are growing. It would also be a good way to allow students to see different sizes and the different time intervals. So compare a small ghost egg to a large ghost egg. For students who are about in the fourth or sixth grade, you can explain how the growing spheres become invisible due to the refracted light index. The refraction light, if you put the straw in water, it looks bent because there is a different refraction index. But with the growing spheres, it's similar, so that's what allows it to look invisible. They can also determine the difference between the different states of liquid, solid, and gas. For students who are in middle school, you can explain both hydrophilic molecules who like water and are going to absorb water compared to repelling them. And you can also explain a polymer. Polymers are made up of many molecules put together, so it's a repeating unit. So this would be considered, as an example, a monomer, just the one unit. But as you continue to expand and create a chain, it becomes a polymer. So they're all strung together, making one long unit. To explain this experiment to people who would be college age or even older, you can explain that water molecules are hydrophilic and are polar molecules that create hydrogen bonds. The hydrogen bonds in water are slightly positive as the oxygen is slightly negative. The different charges in the water molecules allow them to bind to other water molecules. As these molecules who are slightly positive continue to bind together and interact together, this allows the growing sphere to also absorb water because it is a hydrophilic molecule. It is binding with the water in its environment and allowing the water to be absorbed inside the sphere. As the water is being absorbed into the sphere is expanding in size as it continues to bind with all the water molecules inside of it.